We headed off to Achill, 16 of us. And as soon as I arrived here to get on the bus, I realised, God, I really miss these men. And just coming together, that very fact of coming together and being together was the click that worked. We were there for 3 days and we had a casual structure. We said we'll check in at the beginning just so that everybody gets heard. And then we'll have another conversation and then we'll check out. And we did that. And you know what? Structure is really important. It makes it safe. So by checking in, by hearing every man hearing every man's voice, it means I know who's here and I can feel safe. And the thing about feeling safe is I can also feel brave. I can feel brave and say and do what I want to do. As I went through the couple of days, every so often, God, there'd be something that would happen and you'd just see one man helping another man coming out and doing something that really shines and you're going, oh my God, that's happening because we've made this community. And the stories that I've heard in this room and downstairs at breakfast and in the Iron Islands and in Achill about men's lives and the things they've overcome and come back from and keep coming back from just moves me again and again.
I'd known Paul, I'd known Tommy, and I'd known a few, but I hadn't met the whole group, and they were just brilliant and they made me feel so welcome. They made me realise that, you know, I'm not the only one walking with all the hard stuff that's going on inside the heart, but that we all share something common, and that thing that we share in common just strengthens each one of us. It really, really does. It was the most heartfelt trip that I ever experienced. It was probably the best 3 days of my life that I ever had, to tell you the truth, the real truth.
Like Poland, Brussels, in Bruges, couldn't believe it, couldn't believe it. The last trip I've been on now, I've been to Achill Island, and that was absolutely fantastic. All the trips were fantastic, but Achill Island really stuck out, because my younger brother says to me, I haven't seen you being so happy. The times that we spent over there, and I tell you, I'll take it to the grave with me, because they were some of the better years of my life.
I relate very easily with men that are struggling, because I struggled a lot myself. And like myself, it's not always visible, your struggle. When you look at, for instance, the sheltered housing unit here in Latouche Court, 42 units, 37 inhabited by men. They have to say, like why so many?
From a jack to a king, with no regrets I stacked the cards last night, and I...
But she gave me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love, love, love.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Please take your word. Eyes to show the emptiness inside. Do we know? Can we understand just how he feels, or have we?
Walk right back to me this spirit, bringing your love to me, don't say I'm so
I need your touch, I need your love. I'm caught in a trap.
David.
Everyone, just to let you know, this is for Eddie McGrath. So, like, Eddie has made a huge thing over the last couple of months. He's lost over 4 stone.
I watched how men helped each other down and helped each other back up the slope. A man in a chair, you know, and 4 men pushing and pulling him up and down the hill. I don't know how he managed it. I would have been terrified. But just to watch it, that's community in action.
6 years down the line, we've been on, my first trip was to Auschwitz. Then we went to Brussels, the European Parliament. Then we started, we thought maybe we'd do something different, so we thought about staying in Ireland, and we did the islands. This is the 5th trip, so I have organised probably the last 4 trips. It's quite a lot of work because, you know, you're kind of dealing with the men, you're having to collect money from the men. And I suppose a lot of the men would have some sort of addiction problems with alcohol or drugs. And you know, if you're collecting money off them each week, it could be a £5 or it could be a £10 each week. It mightn't sound much to a lot of people, but as we discussed before, that could be 5 cans, that could be 10 cans. So they're actually sacrificing that. They're giving up that to go on this trip with each other, and that's huge, I think. You know.
I shared a bit about my own life and shared a bit about my own story around rejection and different things like that. And it was very spontaneous and it was very real, but it seemed to ripple effect into something that was incredible. You know, people opened up, they felt confident in the room to share, they felt they were in a good space, and we had this amazing, you know, just short interviews with each person as they went around. You know, there were 16 men there, and they were able to open up about different areas of their life. The great thing about this trip was afterwards that these things could be shared then in smaller groups, and people weren't afraid to share it. And we've seen lots of people come through stuff, share stuff, and come out on the better side of it. It was an amazing trip. These men can be empowered to realise that they can lead and they can do great things as well. And that's really what was, you know, essential for me to come out of this. So it was a great time, a great group meeting, and yeah, look forward to the next one.